Are we on? I think we're on. Okay. I think we had some kind of an issue. I think we had some kind of an issue. Are we back? Because I started talking and then I looked at the monitor here and it said it was reconnecting. Not sure what that's about. That's really weird and really frustrating. Just trying to talk about a hurricane here, right? So just to kind of get back to things, hopefully things work from here on out. But we have Hurricane Beryl here. As far as I know, she's still a hurricane. I don't think she's been downgraded yet. So that's going to continue to move to the northeast. And then we do have some of these outer bands in our particular area. Now, let's kind of zero in on our area first. Start here at home. Not much happening here in our area, maybe some rain over in Johnson County. A bit of a heavier thunderstorm there in Dallas County, but that's going to be about it there. So that thunderstorm, a part of these bands, and if we put this into motion here for you, you can see that these are moving from southeast to northwest, one of those indicators that this is not your usual storm. So continues to move on to the northeast. And then if we get, let's zero in farther south just on the storm itself. Let's go with the radar here in Houston. Very clear circulation here. Very clear circulation with this storm. You can see the very heavy convection from Sugar Land and League City on up to the Woodlands. And this east side, I mean, it's pretty clear. I'll step out of the way here. Pretty clear that the east side of the storm is where most of that rain is going to be. And on the west side, not much. And it's all pretty close to the circulation here. So as that continues to the north, we will be keeping an eye on that. So let's see. Let's get another broad view here. Go back to this broader view. Now off to the west, you can see in the panhandle from Midland up towards Lubbock and Plainview some activity. I don't think that's going to make it to our area. I think we're just going to be looking at convection from Hurricane Beryl moving up our way. Now, here's the thing, and this is where we get over to the graphics here. The track has moved eastward again. Moved eastward again here. So we will have about 1 o'clock, should be north of the Woodlands. Really, honestly, I don't know if it's going to be that slow. That seemed a little off to me, but that's what I saw earlier. And then by 1 a.m. off to the east, but you can tell that the cone of uncertainty continues to push off to the east here. And so we'll be watching that be the case, and with that being the case, the rain amounts shift eastward as well. As you can see, anywhere west of I-45 here, really west of Corsicana, Groesbeck, and Mejia, an inch or less of rain, really not much. It's when you get east of Corsicana that you start getting into 2, 3, 4 inches further east over in the, looks like Crockett up to Jacksonville, Tyler, on up to Gilmer. That's where you're looking at 4, 5, 6, possibly 7, 8 inches of rain. Quite a bit of rain possible here. And so really it kind of, once you get into the corridor where the storm is going, that's where you're going to have that higher variation of those rain amounts. So as we get into the flood watches, they're really the same as they have been. Let me get out of the way here. I just need to, I'm so used to being on the west side looking at storms coming from the east, so I have to think backwards here. The watches are really the same, and I would say for Navarro County, Limestone County, Freestone County here, mostly going to be on the eastern side of those places. So that is the case there. So these flood watches, you know, as we go on through the day, they will remain in effect through 7 a.m. tomorrow. But Navarro County, I really don't think is going to see too terribly much flooding. Mostly going to be the east side. I would say from Kearns on down to Richland Chambers, might see a little more rain. So those would probably be the areas that I'd be most concerned about. The Trinity River here, those are areas that might have to be watching a little bit more closely. So maybe I can stay. Nope, I got it. I'm so, like I said, I'm so used to being over here that I have to, everything's on the east side of us here, so I have to kind of switch. But we were talking about severe weather. Several people ask about that. The marginal risk doesn't even start until Tyler, Longview, out that way. So really not concerned about that. It looks like that's going to stay east of our area. We could see some stronger storms later today as some of these outer bands get into daytime heating. We'll start to see those blossom and light up a little bit. But I'm not really thinking that severe weather will be a part of the day today. Now I can go back to my usual other side of the screen here to talk about the temperatures. We do have some silver linings here. Look at these. This is not that bad for July 8th, folks. 87, 88 degrees across the area. Of course, that norm, you notice I moved that out of the way. Jimmy, you're not covering that up anymore. So we're looking at temperatures in the upper 80s. Nobody, I think, is complaining about that. Overnight tonight, upper 60s for those lows. Again, unseasonably cool. And then the other thing that's low, your allergens. Not that high today because we have that storm moving through. So low on the allergy forecast there. Again, I don't hear anybody complaining about that here. So here's the model estimation, the HR model, the 12Z run. Here's that latest estimation of where things will be and when. 10 a.m. still in the Houston area. They're really lifting northward over towards Beaumont and College Station. By 1 o'clock, again, this storm is going to slow down, right? And it's going to continue on to the northeast. We will see these outer bands. We will see increasing rain. I'm not sure we're going to see this much rain north in Tyler and Bossier City at this point. That might be the model getting a little bit ambitious there. But as we go forward, again, east of 45 here, you see all of this rain and then very quickly tapering off to the west. So that's just the nature of these things. And then by 7 o'clock, most of that is moving out. And by 10 o'clock, you can see most of that is east of our area, of course. And by 1 a.m., well, that didn't change any, but it's farther to the northeast in the Arklatex area. So that's kind of where we have things going right now. That's where things stand. And as far as the forecast, we have rain today, so 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms. I've lowered the wind because, again, that storm will be farther to the east. One thing in winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. They could be breezy out there at times. Low 90s tomorrow, northwest wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then from there, we warm back up. Looks like we could have a few showers this weekend. I'm going to be watching this. Right now, it looks like maybe just a few afternoon showers. But aside from that, we are warming up here, 95, 97, 98. So going into the weekend, early next week, unfortunately, we will be getting closer to those triple digits. So that's why you want to enjoy the upper 80s today, low 90s. Very nice conditions, very nice compared to where we otherwise could be out there. Now, I see a question here. I wonder how the bad flooding will be in Port Arthur, since your girlfriend lives there. Yeah, I mean, Port Arthur could be looking at some flooding issues today. And so, in fact, let me just double check something here, because I think in my head I'm getting Port Arthur confused with somewhere else. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Okay, no, I'm good. I think I was getting Port Arthur and Port Aransas mixed up, but the flooding could be significant in the Port Arthur area because, again, they're on that east side of the storm where all of that moisture is getting pulled in. So your girlfriend will need to be aware of the flooding possibilities there today. And yeah, so Edgar, rain in Ferris, but not a lot of rain, so that sounds about right there. So we're really not looking at a whole lot of rain today. We will get rain, we will get clouds, we will have cooler temperatures. Again, I don't hear anybody complaining about that, but it looks like we should be able to avoid the flooding today. Athens area, Katy, looks like you're probably looking at, I would say, 2 to 4 inches of rain for your area. Again, flooding is possible there. You are under a flood watch. I'm not thinking it's going to be that huge a deal overall. So stay tuned to South Metro weather throughout the day. It's just a quick update this morning. Really, things are kind of de-escalating for us, but it will be this afternoon, this evening before things really start to pick up for our area. And so I will continue to bring updates to you throughout the day as Hurricane Beryl makes her way through the state of Texas, but farther east than expected. So again, rain amounts are a bit lower. Temperatures will stay low today. Allergens are lower, so enjoy as Tropical Storm Beryl, well, Hurricane Beryl, soon to be Tropical Storm Beryl, makes her way across eastern Texas later today.